Hi Virgo, welcome to your month ahead tarot scope for March. Hi Virgo, welcome to your March 2020 tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button if you should so choose and it resonates. With that said, before we start, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, as you can see, we have something new again, right? So I'm keeping you guys on your toes this year, right? Doing things differently and switching it up constantly. So what do you see? What you see is Full Moon and New Moon Astrology for the month ahead. So with that said, I'm going to go straight into it. This full moon is in your first house, Virgo, especially if this is especially for your ascendant. This is all about you. It's all about how you show up in the world. It's about you, your personality. It's about your physical body. It's about your day-to-day life. Your ascendant sign is all about you. It's you who are at the, who you are at the core level, so to speak. It's all about, lots of people talk about the masks and, like your sun sign is the mask that you show the world, and the ascendant sign, they're different masks. And actually, as I'm now starting to understand it, they're not masks at all. These are different aspects of your same one core person, right? So this is in your first house. It can see you feeling in your own element. You could be feeling fun. You could be feeling vibrant. Full moon is a peak. It's a culmination, right? It's a completion of some sort, but it always has the promise of a new beginning in it. And let me explain it to you like this. When a woman is at full term of pregnancy, she's at the full moon. When she gives birth to that baby, it's the end of the pregnancy. It's the culmination and the completion of the pregnancy, but it's the start of the new life for the baby, right? So the end of motherhood, the beginning of parenthood, if that makes any sense. Or fatherhood, it can be either or. Don't freak out. So I've got my trusty notes here as always. You could be feeling a shift in your beliefs. You could be totally ready to move forward with new ideas. You could be really wrapping up a big cycle in your own life. This could be of the last 6 months. So usually it's about 6 months between the new moon. So the last Virgo new moon, what was happening at that time? What were you putting together? What were you creating? Because this is where you're likely to see the results or the rewards of that. The fact that this is in your first house means it really is all about you. This is a spotlight on you. It's how you show up in the world. It's how people see you. It's ultimately how you choose to present yourself and who you believe you are. You could be moving ahead with this now, and you could be and that could be when a change or a shift could be on its way for you. Which is really nice, and it could see you understanding how far you've come, and it could also highlight to you where it is that you now see yourself going. What it is that what is the next part of the path? What's the next step that you need to take in your life? Where is it that you want to go from here? This could really start becoming evident to you. So this full moon in your first house is offering a really nice trine to Mars, Jupiter, and Pluto. This could give you a passion for fun and vibrancy, and it could really see you wanting to push forward with that trine to Mars. With Jupiter in the mix, this is playing on your emotions and making you want and need for fun and opportunities to be creative and to feel youthful in some way, right? To tap into that spirit of creativity, to tap into that vibrant, unstoppable sort of energy where it's like, yeah, you know what? I want to do something new. I want to be, different aspects of myself, always remaining who you are and remaining true to yourself, but having more fun, highlighting that aspect of you that knows how to be easygoing, that knows how to be carefree, that knows how to laugh at things and just, doesn't always have to be nose at the grindstone and, being all about the details and OCD. There's a real fun side to Virgo as well, a very, very a very practically fun, you know, sort of side to them that I've noticed. One of my uncles is a Virgo, and he was always known as the perpetual joker. You know, he's just an absolute, sometimes to the point where he's a nightmare and he would be harassing you. So, you know, consider that. Yeah, with the part, it could also see you bonding with children in a general way or some way. It could be with your own children. Maybe you're having more fun with them. Maybe making more time to be the kind of parent that you want to be rather than the kind of parent that you should be. Pluto in this aspect making you deeply aware of your need to create a new self. This is the time really that I would consider a snake shedding its skin, right? So this whole idea of one cycle ending but a new one beginning, this new sense of self, this new vibrancy of self is coming through now, which is a really nice energy. So this 9th house is square to Saturn in your 5th. So this might see you needing to create firmer boundaries around your own beliefs, or maybe some sort of learning or studies. Maybe that's the thing that's at odds as well. Maybe the responsibilities that you have either in, you know, in ideas or ideals that you're tied to in some way, or maybe studies or, you know, profession or your academics or something, maybe is at odds with the responsibility that you have. So it's kind of like this need for freedom and for more fun and joy and creativity, but also understanding that there are, you know, there's a framework that you need to kind of work within, so to speak. Remember, it does serve a higher purpose, and yeah, maybe learning that this is underway requires more from you and focus and forces you to put plans for fun on hold in some way. So, you know, you could be wanting this, but you might find that actually, you know what, there are things that need to be dealt with in the sort of in the immediate. Remember, a square energy makes you uncomfortable to make a change. So this could be literally just about you saying, right, okay, let's look at the routine, let's look at what can change, what can shift, and let's consider what can't be moved or what can't be changed. So on the other end of this, on the 23rd of March, you have the new moon in Aries, which is taking place in your 8th house, right? So this is a really interesting one, because anything to do with the 8th house, it's this ability to push beyond, but this ability to work within at the same time. Yes, it's the house of other people's money, but it can also be loans and debts. It can also be the clearing of those things. Remember, a new moon is about an initiation. This is where you start something as opposed to a full moon where you're completing something. So your new moon is where you're sowing seeds. Maybe this is you looking at how you make your money. Maybe it's you looking at the finances, you know, how you bring money in from your job, from your business. It could be you looking at sourcing more funding for something that you want to do. For some of you, this might look like, I don't know, maybe something that you want to study or need to gain. And you're saying, right, okay, I'm happy to do this, but actually I want, you know, my employer to foot the bill because it's something that I need for the work that I do. That might be something that comes up for you. It might be something that you choose to set into motion as well. So also worth noting, this new moon falls it's relatively unaspected, but it does square the North Node in Cancer, and also squares the South Node in Capricorn. So respectively, these are your 11th and 11th and 5th houses. So in the square to the South Node, the North Node in Cancer, it could be saying to you, right, okay, maybe you're going to have to start aligning with, with some of the people that are really going to be able to assist you. And ultimately, whoever it is that you're seeking this funding or support from on a financial level, you might have to start walking a bit more of their talk. And, you know, on the opposite side with the Capricorn South Node, this is asking you, what are you willing to relinquish in that respect? How is it that are you prepared to relinquish some of your free time, some of your possibly even creative or fun time? That might be the caveat. That might be where you have to kind of do this whole give and take, push and pull thing. All right, so let's have a look at your cards for the month ahead. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large. Let's have a look, see. This month you got the Ten of Cups, right? So this is about you being in your element, either which way, wherever you are, whoever you're with, especially when you're with family, friends, loved ones, with your own children. This is a really beautiful card, and it also suggests that what you need on a material level is already making its way to you. Remember this, this moon is trining a lot of the other energies that are going on as well. I mean, we've got the Venus over in Taurus, which is trining your sign. We've got Venus then trine to we've got Venus trining, sorry, I'm just looking over here, to Mars, Pluto and Jupiter. So that's a really nice energy. The fact that you've got this Ten of Cups here though, right, because it is material success and happiness, but it's also the wish fulfillment. Because it is in your actions, it's asking you, what are you prepared to do to have your wishes fulfilled? Sometimes you have to go above and beyond. Sometimes you have to be bold, daring and free. You got this full moon that's shining a spotlight on you on the 9th. So this is really, in effect, asking you, what are you willing to do to get the things that you want? Because it's kind of like I feel like the universe is saying, you know what, here's the cherry. What you've got to do is pluck it, right? You've got to go after it. You've got to claim it. So your money and materials, you've got the World card. There's definitely something going on in the workplace, right? Whether this is new studies, whether it's a promotion, whether it is gaining some sort of skill or accolade, or completing some skill or accolade, because it is the Ten of Cups, right? You're completing or gaining some skill or accolade that really helps you start to ramp up that earning potential. There's something that you're gaining this month that really allows you to fast track how much money you can make, and ultimately sets you up for some sort of long-term growth, some sort of look at that as well. You see the snake at the bottom of the thing, right? And I talked about shedding this skin. So this is really interesting to me because it does suggest that on a financial level, things are really about to go through a big upswing for you. What that requires from you is this bold sort of daring behavior to go after your hopes, to go after your wishes, your goals, your dreams, and whatever it is that you've been working on or working towards. This is the time where you will start to see those culminations. This is the time where you'll start to see, you know what, for all the hard work and patience and dedication and whatever else it is that I put in, it was absolutely worth it. This is where you start to see some of the rewards or the recompense for what you've already put in. Also worth mentioning as well, I think it's on the 11th of March, Mercury will go direct. Mercury is your ruler, so you feel the retrograde of Mercury more than most. It won't be fully out of shadow until the 29th. So consider that. Your communications and conversations, you've got the Queen of Cups. Now, what I like about this is it does suggest that communications, even with Mercury retrograde, they're going to take on this sort of nurturing, nourishing feel. And because it comes with the World Tree, this is about you kind of setting the intention through whatever conversations you're having, through whatever it is that you're gaining, through whatever it is that you're presenting a boss with, or maybe a financial institution. Whatever you're presenting is a solid plan. Whatever it is that you're whatever it is that you're presenting, or what's the other word? Pitching, that's the word that I was looking for. Whatever you're presenting or pitching, you do it in a way that comes truly from the heart, but it's because it's next to the World card, it's in a really practical sort of grounded way that makes people go, you know what? Yeah, I can see this person is really passionate about this, but actually I stand by it with them because they know what they're talking about and they believe what they're saying. There's a very, very important part of trying to pitch, sell, grow, create anything. You know, if you don't believe in it, nobody else can, nobody else will. It does look like as well, a lot of you will either be working with family members, children or partners. There's something here that feels really nice actually, because it suggests to me that you've got the support that you need. I mean, the fact that it comes with the World card as well, it might not necessarily be people, you know, that you call family by blood. Sometimes it's people that you call family by, you know, you know, what's the Aquarian way of looking at it is your friends are the family that you choose, right? So sometimes it's those kinds of people. For your heart and half sector, you have the King of Wands, right? So for those of you that are single, look at this, right? This is an opposites attract kind of energy. So your Queen of Cups will be a water sign female, Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. This could be somebody that's very beneficial for you, and possibly somebody that's in a position of authority or really in a position to give you the green light or the go ahead that you need, i.e. funding, promotions, support, you know, whatever. Your King of Wands, he's a fire sign male, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody that is fun, vibrant, feisty, zesty, got a lot of passion for life. But this person, you know, I mean, I say this all the time, but this person can sometimes be a big kid, but they've got a fantastic sense of humor. Anyone that makes you laugh, that takes you out of the humdrum, that really gives you this injection of fun, vibrancy and youth, those are going to be your people. These are the people that you're really attracted to this month, even if they're nothing like what you or your usual, you know, quote unquote type is. You might find that you're drawn to people that just take you out of what you're used to or what the norm is. That could be a really exciting energy. It could also just be, you know, it can see you trying to break out of that. For those of you that are partnered, it does look like there's a real switch up of energies here. And it could be that you and your partner are both sort of on your own separate missions, but there's something about an overlap. It's like where you say to yourself, right, you know what, damn, like they're going for what they want and I'm going for what I want. And that kind of makes us even more attracted to each other, you know, that you're not hanging around waiting for me, and that you're, you know, you're independent and off and doing your own thing. I think more than anything, what I want to say is for those of you that are partnered, and I'm not saying that any of you are, but the energy that I'm getting from this is the end of codependency, right? For both of you, this is where you're both going to say, no, we're our own people, we want our own things, but we are a unit. And that is what makes us stronger together. Whatever's going on, whatever people may have said about your relationship previously, this is you guys presenting a united front, because you finally you're finally remembering how much you understand each other. I hope that makes sense, because it does to me. All right, so let's have a look at your weeks of the month. Your first week of the month, you've got the Moon card, right? So getting back to good times, but ultimately this is a long-term past held wish or goal coming to fruition. This is about you seeing some aspect of your past that you hoped for and wished for in the depths of who you are. This is the month where you finally see this start to happen off the back of this full moon as well. Absolutely gorgeous energy, because whatever it is in your past that you wished for and hoped for, this is where it shows up, and that's in a huge part thanks to your sort of proactive let's go energy. So for your second week of the month, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful card right underneath the World card. I mean, this is absolute blessings. It's being in the right time at the right place. It suggests that whoever is coming in to help you on a financial level, on a material level, really has your back. And it means that whatever it is that you ask for, you will get. The chances are whatever you do go for, you'll get more than you asked for. This is a really, really great energy. This is a good month for finances for you, and it's a brilliant month for recognition, but also satisfactory completion, satisfactory attainment of the things that you truly want. And look at this, you've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Cups in close proximity, right? This is big culminations, big conclusions that have, you know, really heartfelt or heartwarming results. So you've got the Death card for the third week of the month. Now, because this falls right underneath the Queen of Cups, whoever this Queen of Cups is, this Queen of Cups person or water sign person that comes in, they are very likely to be a Scorpio, right? This is very likely somebody that's going to have either a lot of Scorpio in their chart or a Scorpionic outlook, or they are likely to be a sun sign Scorpio person. Because it is the Death card, this could really start to highlight to you as well where you no longer hold responsibility, where you should no longer hold responsibility, and ultimately what your responsibility is now to your own desires. You know, there's a real sense here of you just connecting to yourself at a deeper level and being able to express that. And because you're expressing it or coming from this place of depth within yourself, everybody else buys into you. Everybody else is like, yeah, you know what? I want them on my project. I want that person at my company. I want that person to work with. You know, because you are totally in your element. You're believing what you're saying, and the right person is catching whatever it is that you're pitching. Beautiful energy. And then your fourth week of the month, you've got the Emperor, right? So whoever your Emperor is, your King of Wands, very likely to be an Aries. This is going to be somebody that is fun, vibrant, authoritative, somebody that has a lot of energy, somebody that commands respect. For those of you that are single, this person that you're meeting, very likely to be a teacher, somebody that works in, you know, what do they call them? The collared professions, somebody that possibly works in a uniform. Because it falls next to the Death card, this is likely to be somebody that works in the medical or even sort of, you know, police officer, you know, detective, all of those sorts of professions. Now, for those of you that are partnered, this looks like really you guys getting back to your commitment, rededicating yourselves to the relationship, rededicating yourselves to each other in some way, shape or form. Maybe for some of you, because you've got the Death card and the World card and the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, maybe this is about renewal of vows or talking about renewing your vows if you're married. But this looks a really good month for you guys that are partnered, because it's about you saying, yeah, you know what, I can be my individual self in the confines and the context of the relationship, and that doesn't bother me. It's not a problem, it's not an issue. All right, and then finally, your key to the month is the Death card. This is about you. Look, that's the second time the snakes come up, right? And the second time that the Death card has come up. This is about you shedding the old skin. This is about you becoming totally more aligned to who you are, what you truly want, what you truly desire, and waking up to that in a really big way. With this full moon happening in your sign, this is a completion of who you were, and it's the start of everything and anyone that you truly choose to be. All you have to be is bold and brave enough to go after that and to present yourself exactly as you choose for people to see you. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.